I want some more dang food, okay? I just want the food in my refrigerator. I don't want to go to the grocery store. The whole reason I got this is so you can tell me how much I need. Do I need a pinch? Do I need a teaspoon? I spent my hard-earned money on HelloFresh, so you don't have to. Well, technically my parents did, but mind your business. So for the whole week, we're eating HelloFresh. And I'm gonna document everything, the good, the bad, the indifferent. And we're gonna see if these kits is really worth the little hype. Now, before we get into this, I'm gonna do a very quick disclaimer, which is that I'm a person that can't really cook and don't really like to cook. So, you know, take my opinion with a grain of salt. We're trying this out because my mom said I need to learn how to cook. For one, if I am cooking, all I know how to do is like the same 2 meals. And if we didn't have the air fryer, I would be a goner. We wouldn't be eating because I'm an air fryer down person. And for me, I'm real. I feel like if you're cooking with an air fryer and you just putting it in there, that ain't real deal cooking. Like, you ain't no chef. You ain't really doing that. You ain't really doing nothing for real. So like, you eating, but you ain't no chef. You ain't putting in no real work. That's the whole point of the air fryer, to make it quick and easy. So one, like I said, I can't cook. So I'm usually cooking the same 2 meals, which is pasta, because I love me some freaking pasta. Pasta is the only thing I know how to cook for real, and I don't even cook that from scratch all the time. So a meal with salmon, maybe some mashed potatoes and spinach. I love spinach. So them my go-to meals. Them the only 2 meals that's probably gonna turn out right in my hands. That's the only thing anybody trusts me with making. And even that sometimes is questionable. So that's one thing. We need to get some new meals. Everybody don't be wanting to eat the same 2 things I know how to cook. A timely manner for those new meals. Because every time I try a new meal, y'all, it takes me hours, and it should not take you that long to cook certain meals. I just be having to gather myself, me cutting up the vegetable. It just, everything takes a long time. Cooking does not come easy to me. It frustrates me real bad. I just be irritated. So hopefully with this, not only am I getting different meals to actually eat, I'll also hopefully be able to do it in a timely manner, because they give you specific directions with each meal and they tell you how long it should take you. So for one meal, it's probably 30 minutes. I think the meal we're cooking today, they say it's supposed to be 20 minutes. So y'all, with HelloFresh, I should be able to give me some different food and in a timely manner. And for the last reason, y'all, I don't freaking like going to the grocery store. I hate going to the grocery store. It overstimulates me. I don't know what I'm getting. Trying to plan out a whole freaking meal as a person who don't know how to cook, it's stressful, because I'm looking up on TikTok what ingredients I need. I'm looking up what I'm calling my mama. My mama getting irritated because I'm calling her about every single thing, every meal. Oh, if I'm cooking this meal, what I need. It's frustrating. So, you know, this HelloFresh is supposed to help with that, because they just give you everything you need. You don't need to buy nothing extra, and I don't have to go to the store. Good for me. So they already got a plus in my eyes because I didn't have to go to the store. And lastly, I am on a weight loss journey of a sorts. If you're new here, you wouldn't know, but I do have a video on my channel where I talked about losing about 35 pounds, I think I said. And that was due to me changing my eating habits and also walking more and working out. I made a whole video about why, but it's been very hard to stick with the weight loss and my eating habits, keeping them good, because I'm eating the same thing, because I don't know how to cook that many. So I'm eating salmon so much. I'm eating the salmon, potatoes, and spinach, and I'm eating this some chicken and pasta, and then my 3 little rotations. And you get tired of eating that. But I don't want to go off the deep end and start going back to eating out every freaking day. So we had to do something. Like I said, I needed me some different meals, okay? Or I wasn't gonna be able to keep with me eating correctly and getting that protein in, because you need that protein. And baby, I'm tired of eating the same thing. Now, this is gonna sound very ironic because of the meal that I chose to cook today from HelloFresh. However, I just so happen to have a taste for it today. So, hey, don't even call out the irony when I tell you the meal that we're cooking today. So let's go cook, y'all, because I feel like I made this intro longer than needed to be.
So the bag came today, y'all, and we had, like I said, 3 different meals. Each one has its own color code. And yeah, let's unpack this. Okay, y'all, so I am about to cook some pasta tonight, okay? And it needs to turn out just how good it looks on this freaking paper. So this is this week's box. We got pasta, my favorite of all time. And we also got air fryer sweet soy salmon bolas. This looks good too, but I'm not in the mood for this. And we also got sweet soy honey chicken. Both sounds very, very good, but we're doing, like I said, the pasta. Okay, y'all, so I'm reading directions, trying to figure out what I need to set up, what I need to do. This says it's supposed to take me 20 freaking minutes. We gonna see if that happens. It's 860 calories. Y'all know how that possibly be. And the protein will be 47 grams. So yeah, y'all, this looks so good. I can't wait to eat it. Okay, so ingredients. Let me look at the back because this is what I need to be figuring out. Okay, while I'm sitting here talking to y'all. And that was everything that was in the bag. And then in the bottom of the box, it gives you your meat for whatever meal you got. So in the bottom of our box, because they have it put with ice and stuff at the bottom. So it was chicken breast. I think 2 of the meals have chicken breast. And then we also have salmon for one of the meals. So all of that was at the bottom. The meat don't be in the bags. All right, y'all, so we're about to start. It is 5:20. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 5:21 p.m.
Okay, y'all heard that. So it's 5:21 p.m. and let's see how long it takes me. I'm not gonna be able to talk to y'all too much because I already don't know what I'm doing. And y'all just gonna have me mess them up, burn something, I don't even know. But yeah, y'all just gonna watch. I'm over here dropping stuff. But y'all, look at these cute pots we just got. My mom saw them. They from Amazon, y'all. I should put it in my Amazon storefront. If y'all don't know, I have an Amazon storefront. I don't be promoting it like that, but my mom's getting on me that I should. So here's me promoting that. And it's like a sparkly pink. Like, I don't know if y'all can see the sparkle. It's like a fluorescent. And is it fluorescent or iridescent? I don't know. But it's like a glittery pink in the inside. But we're about to use this. Let me do what I'm supposed to be doing. One thing I don't like with this meal already, it don't tell me how much water to put in it. Now, usually when I'm doing pasta and I'm getting it from, you know, the noodles from the box, it tells you how much water to put in it. But this don't tell you. It just says, bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. So like, okay. I don't feel like it's gonna be a big deal anyway, so I'm just gonna fill the water up and we're gonna see. And Alexa, I don't even know what I want you to play. Play Party Next Door. See you in the city. Are you with me? Still got a place in my mind. Set timer for 9 minutes. Alexa, time off. All right, y'all, this is the pasta and I'll let y'all know how it tastes. I'm about to watch me a little show. Excuse my hair. Is this fajita spiced shrimp and fajera bowl. Okay, y'all, it look good. But I have our package right here and hopefully it can turn out good since we're gonna be reading it straight from the freaking paper directions. Okay, let me tell you why I'm blessed. My mind falling away in my heart. I know you feel the same when you're with me. You know I'm more than me. You're where I wanna be. do. Don't wanna argue, not with you. Tell me why you're so in denial. Want me close, don't tell me goodnight. Are you down and got me? Tell me where you're ready. I'm ready.
Like start there.
And we can get intimate. The shower when you singing it, better than Beyonce. I like the sound of Fiance. You know it's got a little ring to it. And really when I think of it, growing up I didn't ever see marriages. No weddings, no horse, no carriages. I wanna do things different and change the narrative. God knows you're a wild child, beautiful child. I need your help. Looking like you come from the 90s by yourself. My mom's 61 and her favorite line to tell her son is, sometimes you wish that she had a girl. I wanna take you back to a time, back to a trip. You had that white wine that I never got to sip. And dinner wasn't ruined cause you never got the tip. I know that everybody told me that I'm sick cause
So in my mind, falling away in my heart. I know you feel the same way you're with me. You know I'm.
All right, y'all, so we're on to the next day. Today we are cooking the air fryer sweet soy salmon bowls. We're cooking this today. It says 25 minutes. It's supposed to take us 25 minutes. So we about to see, I'm about to cook this real quick. It seems very simple, like the steps for this process. So yeah, let's just get this going because I'm ready to eat. Y'all, I just came back from a little picnic with my sorority and I just wanted some dang hot dogs and they didn't have no hot dogs by the time I got there. So I'm very pissed off about that. So we definitely have to cook today. Let's go through these ingredients so I can cook. Okay, I'm gonna turn me on some music. I'm gonna turn me on a little show or something and then I'm about to cook. Okay, the salmon came in wrappers like this. Each bag they have is 2 servings. And so this is where all the other ingredients are. I'm gonna open this real quick.
Can't let this thing called love get away from you. Feel free right now, go do what you wanna do. Can't let nobody take it.
Y'all, it is a new freaking day. We are cooking the sweet soy honey chicken. Let me grab a thing, but I'm tired. I'm tired of cooking. I'm just tired. It's been a busy couple of weeks with the podcast, the groundbreaking ceremony for the new lots that we got to develop on for the construction company, and then it's just been a lot of stuff, y'all. And right now I'm like editing for like 6 different pages across 3 different platforms because I have a business page and a personal page on TikTok and Instagram, and then on YouTube I have a personal page and then I have a podcast page. So just keeping up with all the edits for all the different videos is a lot, but let's get to cooking. I have me a whole to-do list to do and that ain't happening, and it's probably not going to happen if I'm going to be real with y'all. So sweet soy honey chicken, it says supposed to take us 20 minutes, 590 calories, 10 is 38 grams. This is what's supposed to look like. Y'all, I did say I was gonna hold my comments to the end, but the food that we cooked yesterday, the salmon bowl, was really good. I just don't think they gave us enough of the sauce materials and all that because it seemed like it wasn't enough for 6 servings. It just wasn't enough for 6 people. I don't know who they thought what was eating. So that was my only comment about that. It was good. It's just that I don't think they included enough stuff in there for 6 servings because it don't feel as though we had 6 servings. Only 4 of us ate. We got stuff to do, so let me finish this food. Sorry, y'all, I'm not recording Alright, y'all, now I'm making the sauce. So this sauce is going to be, I just put the ginger paste in there. So ginger paste, sweet soy glaze. I gotta put the last packet of that in. Then you got honey to go in here, water, and then sriracha. Alright, hey y'all, so we are back. And the question of the day is, do I recommend HelloFresh? For me, I say it's a good thing. For you, I would say it depends on what your needs are. I'm gonna go over little pros and cons for me. I really don't have that many cons, I'm not gonna lie, but let's break it down. So we spent about $300 for 6 meals, which were 6 servings of each meal, because it was 6 of us that I was cooking for. Let me bring up my notepad. So 6 meals, 6 servings. That's obviously 36 servings in total. So for a total of about $300, we had a total of about 36 servings. So we spent approximately $8.33 per serving. That to me is not bad. So we had split it up into 2 different orders. So our first order was for 3 meals and it was about $105, y'all. But I think that's because my mom had some discounts she used, which is why it was so low. But it was 3 meals, 6 servings. Okay. And then the next order we bought was 3 meals and obviously 6 servings. And that ended up being about $200 something. Okay, y'all. So in total, like I said, it's about $300 we spent for both orders. And 6 meals and 6 servings per each meal. So cost wise, that is the breakdown of how much everything costs and how much we got of every meal. Like I said, that's not a bad price at all, especially for some of the pros I'm about to say. So one thing I will point out, like I told you at the beginning, I am not a cooker. I don't really know how to cook. I only really know how to cook 2-3 meals confidently. So for me, a person that doesn't like to cook and don't really know how to cook, me not having to, one, worry about what I'm eating for the week, and because they send you everything. They send you all the sauces, they send you all the meat, they send you everything you need to make this meal. Y'all, even sometimes it came with the seasoning. Now, sometimes we'll get to that, but that was one of the cons I did have. But I'm gonna say the con for after. Back to pros. Let me go down the list because I can start rambling. One, my number 1 pro is back to what I was saying with I'm not a cooker. So me having to figure out meals and try to come up with meals, I have to go on TikTok, look up recipes, or call my mom. Hey, I remember when you cook this, what all goes in it? And it was just always a big ordeal, and it made me not want to cook. It made me just end up eating out because it was such a hassle to figure out what I wanted to eat, and when I do figure out what I want to eat, what all ingredients I need for me to eat that. So it was just, I like that I didn't have to think about each day what I wanted to eat or what I wanted to cook because it was already there. And then going along with that is the grocery shopping. So I didn't have to grocery shop either, which is one thing I love. I hate going to the grocery store. I don't know what about a grocery store. I don't like being in a grocery store. I don't know what this is about, but I don't like going in no grocery store, to be honest. I actually never have. Even as a kid, I just never wanted to go to the grocery store. I just want the food in my refrigerator. I don't want to go to the grocery store. So that for me is always a plus. So right now for the pros, we got, I don't have to think about what I'm cooking or what I'm about to eat each day because it's already outlined for me. And 2, the grocery shopping, I don't have to grocery shop. They bring everything to you. They deliver everything. You don't have to go to no store. 3, that also goes kind of on both of those, because they deliver everything to you that you need and you already know what meal you're eating and what you're cooking. You also get a variety of different meals. So like I said, I would only be eating the same 2-3 meals. And if I did try to cook a different meal that I want to just try, it would take me forever in a day to cook. Y'all, my parents be like, I ain't even hungry no more. If I'm cooking something for myself to try, I'm usually gonna cook for my family as well. So they be like, I ain't hungry no more, you took so long. So those were 2 other things that were pros for me, because like I said, I got a variety of foods that I wouldn't normally get because I wouldn't normally be cooking that. It just saves you time and a headache from having to think about figuring out what you want to cook this week, what all you need to go get from the store this week for those meals that you want to cook. So I feel like it saves you a lot of time because you just click, you pick out which ones you want. You get a variety of different meals depending on what you picked out from their selection, which they had a good selection, that I would say. Everything that I don't like about cooking, it really helps with. Now, I told you at first, I was trying to lose weight, so I was trying to cook at home, but I'm very limited to what I can eat at home because I can only cook certain meals that actually turn out good. So it really helped me with being able to conveniently, without stress, get a different meal in, not have to worry about going to the store and what all ingredients I need to get. So those are my big pros. And then also back to the weight thing, y'all. With HelloFresh, they're going based off what your portion and size is supposed to be. So they're portion sizing your food. So it was a point, some of the food I wanted to go back and get extra. So maybe this will be a con because well, it could be a pro and a con, however you want to take it. Because for me, in terms of weight loss, it's a pro because it keeps me from overeating. It keeps me from eating my exact portion size, what you're supposed to be eating. I guess if you're looking at it as a con, because you're eating only portion size, what the correct serving size would be, most of us Americans, we overeat. We rarely eat our supposed portion size based on health parameters of what we're supposed to be eating. So, like I said, health-wise, it's a pro. Con-wise, I wanted some more dang food, okay? So it was never enough to have extra of. When they say it was 6 servings and you have 6 people, it was literally it. It was enough for the 6 people. It was, the food was going dang near every day. It was no like leftovers. So I guess for me, that part, like I said, it can be a pro and a con. You're not worried about your weight and you just want to eat. You ain't getting no leftovers. Now, as far as meals, we had a variety of different meals. But if y'all want me to pick out my top 3, number 1 is very easy. The curry chicken meal, that's Thai coconut curry chicken meal, baby, that was so good. And I almost told my mama not to eat it because it said coconut in it. Thai coconut curry chicken. I'm like, I don't know about the coconut. But she was like, you know what, let's just try. It looked good though. That ended up being my favorite meal out of all 6 meals. It was that curry chicken, baby. That was so good. I actually been thinking about that. I dang near want to order it just for the curry chicken. It was so good, y'all. I swear. If you are going to try HelloFresh, try the curry chicken. Y'all gotta let me know how. If y'all do try it, let me know in the comments how y'all liked it, because that curry chicken was good. Now, the next one, the pork chop meal we had with pork chops, I think potatoes, and I can't remember what the other, was it asparagus? I think it might have been asparagus. Whatever, y'all saw the meal. That meal was number 2. It was so good. The seasoning for the pork chop was just, it was so good, y'all. And then the third one I would rate, I guess that would be the salmon and rice bowl. I really did like that. And I'm a big salmon fan, so I might be a little biased. It was really good to me. All right, so lastly, cons. I only really have 2 cons that I would even have to say about them, which is 1, the instructions sometimes wasn't as specific as I would need them as a person who is not a great cooker and is trying to figure their way out around the kitchen. To some people, it might not matter. But to me, like I said, as a beginner, as somebody who don't really cook, sometimes the instructions wouldn't be as specific as I would need them. And then they'd be like, season to your liking, add season as much as you feel is needed. The whole reason I got this is so you can tell me how much I need. Do I need a pinch? Do I need a teaspoon? I need y'all to be a little more specific. But I know to my mom, when she had did one of the meals with me, she didn't care. She just put some seasoning on it. But my mom likes to cook, and there's a difference. So I just wanted it to be a little bit more specific when it came to everything. I need to know the measurement of everything. I don't want you to say no, season to your liking, season to the as much as you feel. No, don't say that. Don't say that to me. Now, the other con is that they always said how much time each meal would take. Y'all, I ain't never finished the meal in the time that they said it would be. They'd be like, you should be able to finish the meal in 25 minutes or 30 minutes. I think at most they said 35 minutes, y'all. It ain't never took me that short of time. Every meal that I made, it took me way longer than what they had said it would take. I can say that is probably user error. That was probably because of me. Maybe when y'all try it out, y'all will finish in the time frame. But when I did it, y'all, I was taking at least an hour for dang near almost every meal, depending on what it was. I say that as a con because when they say 25 minutes, I'm expecting us to be around that 30-minute marker. But no, it was taking me, like I said, about an hour to do these meals. So that I will say is a con. But I'm pretty sure they have that time measurement. They have that time specified for people who, I guess, would know their way around the kitchen, how a chef would go about cooking. And, you know, some people can cook with multiple things on at a certain time. I cannot cook with me having food in the air fryer, me having food in the oven, then me working on something on the stove. I can't have too many things going on at once because I'm not used to cooking, and so something will get burnt. So that con is probably specific to me, but it is one of my cons. Oh, here's another con. This is my last one. Now, I did not like, also, I told y'all about the costing, about us ordering 2 different times. So order 1 was $105, order 2 was $207. I don't like the difference in prices. If I was to continuously get a meal prep kit, I would want it to be the same price every week, not a complete $100-some difference. So I don't like that the cost varied, but I think that just depending on what all you get, the type of food you get one week, type of food you get the next week. So, and I get it, but I would rather it be a set cost each week and it wouldn't change. But that's about it for my pros and cons, y'all. To me, overall, for my convenience, I would pay it. For my convenience, I would pay it. Now, I also wouldn't be opposed to looking at more meal prep companies because like I said, I am on a weight loss journey. So this really helped me with being able to eat, not having to think about what I'm going to eat, having different foods to eat. And it makes it a more enjoyable process when you're trying to lose weight, not eating the same dang thing every day because you're going to get tired of it. But I do think I would want to look at more companies and evaluate the pros and cons of each and see which one is the best. So HelloFresh to me was not bad, but it depends on what you need and what benefits you. If you're a person like my mom who just likes to cook anyway, she already has her 100 meals. She knows that it turns out good. She can just go in the kitchen, make a good meal. We'll have something different every day of the week. Somebody like her, this probably ain't no benefit. But for a beginner, somebody who's trying to learn how to cook and trying to get into the groove of eating at home and cooking at home, I think it's very beneficial to start doing. It doesn't have to be HelloFresh. There are so many companies out there. But HelloFresh is just the one that I started out with. If I do decide to try another company, I would definitely make another video, y'all. And let me know in the comments below if you are going to try HelloFresh or if you're going to try another company or if you even already use a meal prep company. Let me know and give me some suggestions if you do use other companies. And I will possibly try them in one of the next videos. So see y'all.